penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He lets it fly. He's got it at the 20. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud.
Touchdown, Michigan! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the point after is good. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the ground with the back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. The Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Right back to him on the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Might be calling a hot route. Still looking, on the move. Uncorks one to the middle. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
He'll take it himself. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Motion from the wide receiver. On the option. They'll go to the ground. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. And the Buckeyes are marching down the field. To the air on first down. Finds his man in the middle. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. The Buckeyes started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. On the option. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Snags a quick pass on the left. He'll step out of bounds at the 23-yard line after a productive play for this offense.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Wolverines in a good spot here with second and short. The give to the tailback. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins. Big physical runners that also had sprinter speed, and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
Gonna swing it on second down. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affected the football game.
Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Picked off. A rare misread and mistake from this quarterback.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is, because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Buckeyes come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to power their way ahead. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to...
Racing to the right. Past the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Wolverines.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, roll that offense back out there. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do?
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
If you don't have good vision... You're not going to be a middle-of-the-field safety. You got a lot of ground to cover from hash to hash. You better be able to see the quarterback. You better be able to see routes and break on the football. Nice job seeing the formation, seeing the route, breaking on it, and making the interception.
Now this offense is back on the field. Motion from the back. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Now they'll run it on the toss. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Wolverines will hustle to the line.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it third and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Finds his target down the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Wolverines are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And I don't think he got there. No, they stopped him short. He does not pick up the first down.
Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short, I just got to fall forward and get the first down, Palmer, but the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up something easy. You know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll keep it on the sneak.
Man, when I was at Florida, Steve Spurrier would wait for this opportunity in a game, 4th and inches, and he'd signal in Red Snoopy. Quarterback sneak. It works every time.
The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. Catch in the middle. It's Ellington. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. That's caught. It's Callaway. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Callaway. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. These corners going to give these receivers some space. In 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, given up some yards in the opponent's field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He'll pull it down. He stopped well short of the line to gain at the 22. Not a chip shot field goal, but certainly makeable. We'll see what they do on 4th down. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll move the wide receiver. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. 2nd down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Throws for the tight end. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. They want to run this quarterback. They make the stop, and that is the end of the 1st half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the 2nd half. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the 1st half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the 2nd half.
He's brought down at the 41-yard line. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for a 1st down.
And the defense gives up the 1st down. And oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Quarterback making adjustments.
Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Zings it complete to the right. He'll step out of bounds. He's at the 33-yard line. And the Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down.
6-9-1, Gators score. Gaucho. Belly stunner.
Jumped the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down.
Get set, get set. Tuna. Ready, go.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They'll send the back in motion. He's looking to throw. Takes the easy completion. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field, making the nice tackle.
And the Wolverines have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Got his man downfield. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got a man. It's Ellington. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Looking to throw again. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
Yeah, and the QB tried to use some touch, let that thing hang up in the air. But when you hang it up over the middle of the field, the defenders have a lot of time to go and try to get it, make a play. A lot of guys near the football. Nice job by the defense being in great position.
Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
The Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. Try to get it to the edge. Oh, he's got some space. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Power football with the run. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll try the run. Ripping through the defense.
And now a big 3rd down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory, too. So you need to identify who are your best players.
Sneak gets it done.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
PAT unit on the field. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Georgia is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that's been sicking them since the opening kickoff. They're up 14 over Georgia Tech. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward, as this could shake up the Big 12 race significantly.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Leaves it with the running back. They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Finds his man. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
Guys at the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
The Buckeyes are on the move. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Oh, what a cut! Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The give on the inside. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza.
Clear. Let's go.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Touchdown, Ohio State! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide. Ohio State is dotting Michigan's eye as the Buckeyes are firmly in control.
And Ohio State, you know, they've let a few get away from their rival in Michigan, and they're trying to get that back. So they came into this one with a chip on their shoulder. They're not always used to being in that position when they play against Michigan. But, David, in the second half here, it's all Buckeyes.
Yeah, and you know you got to be physical. When you play the Wolverines, you know the type of brand that they play. Ohio State has matched that physicality. They have been ready. They were ready for the game, and they've handled business.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that.
They try to get it outside on the left. Fights off a defender. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man on the right. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
And the timing just a hair off.
And
there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
The run up the middle, trying to find its way to the goal line. Touchdown, Michigan! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will...
We ready, bro. We ready.
The 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to...
Gonna let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking, and something's a little bit off. And I like the deep shot down the field. At least it wasn't an interception, but they got to find a way in this O to manufacture some first downs and some passing yards because everything's been difficult today.
And the DB right with him to knock it away.
This is a great play by the defensive back. And I think one of the hardest things to do as a DB is you're covering a receiver deep down the field, your back's to the play, you've got to turn your shoulder, locate the football, and then swat it away. That DB did an outstanding job in coverage.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. This quarterback part of their running game. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He'll take the deep shot. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. Be curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll leave it with him. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And a big opportunity for this offense to tie the game up in the fourth with a touchdown. Quarterback sneak looking for just a sliver of daylight. The sneak scores it.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Getting aggressive here and going for 2. He wants to throw it. And the sticky fingers makes that 2-point conversion decision a good one.
Nice timely offense, man. Second half, I need it. I'm trailing. Offense puts a great drive together. Not only that, adds the 2-point conversion. Now this team's got the lead.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, running back on the move. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the roar of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
Wants to throw on first down. He's taking the deep shot. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, this situation in the game, trailing with not a lot of time left, I understand going to the sideline to try and save clock, but you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. Don't be afraid to use those. You can attack the middle of the field, use the timeouts to save the clock that way.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. This is a designed run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Makes the grab. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field, but you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your second and third read some, but we got to stay aggressive.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
And that's a play the quarterback would love to have back. Late in the game, trailing by only one possession on fourth down, it looked like there was a window to put that football in, to get the catch, keep the drive going. The quarterback has an inaccurate pass. It falls incomplete, and that is probably going to do it.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They've been challenged now, Jesse, and it's up to this offense to provide an answer.
Yeah, they've got to be able to get the momentum back, David. We know that's a real thing in college football. Here late in the game, you still got the lead, but how can they answer?
And I think that's what you remember. Still got the lead. Doesn't matter the defense just gave up a score. Let's execute and keep this lead.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll run it. They want to take their time here.
Yeah, and not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead. Late in the fourth quarter, inside of a minute, I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Michigan.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. The snap sets up to throw. They've got the screen set up. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. I know they were expected to win this game, and they're just about to finish it off, but there is something to be said for handling this type of pressure.
Handling it and squashing it. I mean, what an unbelievable job proving that you're one of the best teams in the country. Like, leave no doubt. That's a good football team on the other side of the field, Palmer, that they just took apart.
Yeah, they've been able to fight complacency all season long. It seems like it never matters who's lined up across from them. They're bringing their A-plus game to the yard, and they did that here today. Statement delivered.
And the Wolverines will try to run out the clock in the final minute. He's looking to pass. Rushes on him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Let's see what they've got on second down. looking to fire. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The Wolverines will line up to punt it away. Remember, they took the last punt back for a touchdown. So the decision has... And the coach will take the penalty. And the Wolverines line up to punt it away. The last time they punted it went back for 6. Punt is on its way. He'll take it on the return. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Fires to the right. Zips it out to his man.
Man, you've created some great momentum, getting the stop, forcing the punt, now getting it back to your offense. Your offense starting to get in a groove. Late in the game, you need some big plays.
Just wonder how much panic there is right now on the defensive side of the football, too, because of what you just said, David. They can feel and sense the momentum leaving.
Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Going the other way, and he's got room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. The quarterback's just going to take a knee. They cross out all of the M's on campus. They call them the school up north.